Welcome back into Good Day Live. I feel like it is safe to say that in 2021, technology is a necessity. Whether you're using it for a quick Google search or hopping on social media to keep up with friends or just spending a day at the office, the internet has become an essential part of everyday life. But the question is, how accessible is it to everyone? A new online accessibility survey found that almost half of employed adults have asked for at least one workplace accommodation due to disability. So today I'm talking to Kelly Herman, who is the Vice President of Accessibility, Equity, and Inclusion for the University of Phoenix. Thanks so much for talking to me today, Kelly.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Now, can you please inform everyone watching right now, and myself also, on exactly what digital accessibility means?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So we no longer live in a world where we use paper. The majority of what we write and what we send is digital, whether we're using a computer, sending a text message on our phone, posting on social media. So digital accessibility means that those with a disability have equal access to that information and the same opportunity to produce and share content. Businesses and educators need to ensure that they're offering the proper software tools and formatting their content to remove those barriers for individuals with disabilities.
Yeah, so earlier I mentioned the online accessibility survey. What are some of the findings that came from that?
Sure. So what we found is that 1 in 3 Americans said that they either have or have had a medical condition or a disability. So it was a little bit higher than what we were expecting. And what was really interesting is that 82% of American adults see disability as an aspect of diversity. And this belief was consistent regardless of whether or not the person had or did not have a disability. And so when we look at that, we tend to think about disability as being very medical, in nature, thinking about what's wrong with a person when they have a diagnosis. And this is really highlighting that, no, this is just actually a difference that we have, the same way that we have different genders, different races, different ethnicities, and that we can approach it in the same way.
Yeah, and now that we have that information from that survey, how can companies or organizations just ensure that they're meeting employees, students, or customer needs?
Sure. So I think one of the most important things to do first is to take stock of your digital content and ensure that it's accessible. Where are you in terms of how accessible your content is? And remember that accessibility is a journey. It's not a destination. There's always going to be work that we can do to improve upon what it is that we're offering to folks. But there are 3 key things that you can do to immediately make an impact in the accessibility of your content. So the first is to be careful with your use of color and text. Color should not be the only way that you communicate meaning, and there should be enough contrast between the color of the text and the background to be sure it can be read easily. And also, when you're working with images, describe them beyond using captions. So there's something called alternative text descriptions, and there's actually a place for that within the image properties. And if you add that there, someone who can't see and is using assistive software to read aloud the desktop to them will have a description then of what the image is showing. And when you're sharing hyperlinks, instead of using a shortcut like click here, make your hyperlinks descriptive and use keywords so that the person who's activating that link and listening to it will know where they're going to go.
Absolutely. It's crazy to think that we are in 2021, and I was just mentioning, no matter whether it's just a day in the office or getting on social media, we have to use technology right now.
Yes, we do. And, technology can be both a great equalizer and can also throw up a lot of barriers for individuals with disabilities because, the content isn't formatted properly. So when we take stock of where we are and kind of look at where those opportunities are that we can improve it, we can, make sure that we're being inclusive for all of the users who want to come and get that access, to that content.
And it's really funny that we are definitely making sure that organizations are meeting those needs of customers and employees, because social media is actually, stepping up to those standards, and TikTok giving us, captions and things like that. So it's happening all across the board. Can you tell everybody out there where they can go for more information?
Sure, I'd love to. They can head on over to our website at phoenix.edu and click on the news link at the top, and we have some information about the survey there that folks can dig in a little bit deeper.
Thank you so much, Kelly. I really enjoyed you being here. Everybody stay right there because we got more Good Day Live when we get back.